Hey, what's going on, everybody? What way to kick off this amazing Saturday. Now, first installation video in the garage. And dude, I'm so excited for this. I mean, it's not the biggest, but a 2-car garage where I can do my own shit, where I don't have to just place or whatnot or ask people for tools. Dude, I got my own 2-car garage where I can do all my work, have all my tools. I got my floor jack and my jack stands. Most of my tools and everything, I still got everything. And we do have Shark Racing coilovers that we still have not been able to throw on due to that fact that I was obviously having to deal with the whole moving and whatnot. So do have the GT350 rear diffuser and the grill to throw on, but we'll be doing the grill for today and then worrying about the coilovers another day, because I know for that itself I still need a couple more things, but that should be going on shortly. It's just been super hectic since I've been having to travel so much for work, going to Tucson, doing 14-hour days, getting off at like 8:30, 9 o'clock at night. So that's why it's always been so difficult to put some content out there for you guys, because of obviously the time frames to post and whatnot. And then, but I mean, it's just life in general, dude. Like, no excuses, because now we got it. So no more. First mod though we're gonna be doing is aggressive looking front grill. Obviously the grills are always going to be a pain since they do have like the clips and whatnot, but this grill, it's not the lights. Believe it or not, I'm not a big fan of like the lights that are on there. I don't like that. This is kind of, I don't know, this just looks real good, almost like an RTR type, but I think this flows so good, and I think it would look nasty like that. Oh yeah, just look at that. Oh my god, that's gonna look good. The lower is pretty open, so I don't think I'm gonna change that. Some of them have like the closed off lower grill, but I mean, open top, open lower, I think it should flow perfect. For the most part, dude, the car is just looking real good with a fatter tire in the back for the Forge Stars. As you guys can see, they're kind of popping out, not too much, but we got more tread on the back because we had the Nittos. No, sorry, we had the Toyo Proxies in the back. Now we have Nittos in the back and we have Nittos up front. So we're gonna start off with that. Luckily I have my floor jack, so we'll get everything on jack stands. It shouldn't be that difficult. Just clips and bolts that are gonna hold the front bumper. We'll walk you guys through that step.
With all this ass, double cheeked up on a Thursday afternoon, hella ass. The sun is still out, my nigga, and it was just, I don't know, I mean.
What we're gonna do to make it a lot more easier to access everything, you could move the tires from side to side. What I'm gonna do to make it easier for me is I'm gonna take off the two fronts, put the car on jack stands. That way I can just easily in and out, and not have to keep getting in the car, turning it left to right, because we're gonna need to access bolts here to take off the front bumper, and then bolts up top, possibly in the bottom tray on that plastic part. But once we get to those specific areas, I'll start breaking down exactly what it is that you guys need. To show you guys the bottom part as well. A tray, a plastic tray, but this one doesn't, so that's lovely. But this, I mean, this is perfect, dude. That's what I'm saying. Finally got my own garage. Now I can do so many installs, so I'm excited to start off this new chapter, man. Excited. But for the most part, I mean, we're good to go. Got the e-brake on. And yeah, just get the rims off, put them to the side, and we'll get going. But again, this specific grill, you guys could find it on Amazon. And the only reason why I found this one was somebody on Marketplace was selling it. I saw it, I was like, dude, that's a sweet deal. They wanted $40 for it. $40, everything was fine. None of the tabs were broken. So I was like, 40 bucks, dude, you can't beat it. And then I happened to find this exact one on Amazon, and I was like, dude, such a steal, such a steal. So just imagine it. Show you guys real quick. And that's that, bro. That looks nasty. Dude, that looks so good. Especially with the bottom too. I mean, matching up the bottom with like that honeycomb style. Actually, I think I might go the same route. Probably just getting the lower. Like I mentioned, they do have the LED versions, but personally, I don't like that. I think that's kind of cheesy. This itself is like a gloss black, and like the rest is like a matte finish. So I think that contrast right there is pretty good. And it's hard. It's super hard. It's not like that cheap plastic. But it sells on Amazon for like 80 bucks, I believe. But then the lower is like 40 something. So 40 bucks on Marketplace, probably 40 bucks there. The price of the grill itself, or to just buy the grill. Have it. So we got both front tires off of the car, and this is what I'm talking about. There's gonna be bolts here that are connected to the actual bumper that we're gonna be having to get to, which is a 10 right there. And if you can see it, it's a 10 mil. We'll have to pop in there, get that sucker off, remove all these bolts, these clips. And I think under that, there's gonna be more bolts that we're gonna be having to take off. And then other than the 8s on the bottom that you guys saw, I think that should be it. But again, I'll fill you in as we go. Should be easy, should be, but nothing's ever easy. So let's not even jinx it. But I know the front grill is gonna be such a pain. It's gonna be such a pain because that's how it was for the Challenger. It was such a pain. But we'll see how it goes. Hopefully it goes all well. 4, 5, 6. So you should have a total of 6. Mine, just like the Challenger, only 3, of course. Because you can see there, boom, and then you can see also right here where there supposedly was a bolt. And there too, and then there too. But for the most part, I'm pretty sure it's gonna be an 8. We'll test it. We have our 8 right here, and 8 it is. So we have an 8. So that's sweet. Thankfully, I have all my tools, so that's gonna be like the perfect part, is that I got all my tools ready to go with all the sizes. Just get this bad boy on there. Okay, so now for the side, we're gonna do the same thing. We're just gonna remove all the plastic clips. Oh, this one really sucks, dude. I don't think you have to remove this. I think it's just the 10 mil that's right here, but we'll see once we get it removed. Like I said, I think it's a 10 mil. Yeah. So it's gonna be a 10 mil that's gonna be holding the liner to the bumper itself. Okay, I guess some thin air. All that's left over is the bolt, the actual. Well, I think that's what it is. I think it's just. It did shoot upwards, bro. I'm telling you, it's. Oh, what the? Huh. Okay, that's strange. So I'm assuming it was like this from the other side, so that's kind of strange to have it like that, but I mean, whatever. So then now, I think this should just pop. Put this to the side. Okay. Don't know if that's a part of that, but we'll figure it out. Damn, is that all that holds the bumper? That's wild. So let me try to pull it off. If it doesn't come off, then I'm assuming those extra bolts right there are gonna be, that's gonna be a pain in the ass. Well, like I said, nothing's ever easy, so let's try to pull it off and then we'll go from there. One thing I learned over time, expect the unexpected. Nothing ever goes as planned. Nothing ever goes smoothly. Something always happens, so. But we're gonna get everything figured out shortly. How does this come off? Yeah, I'm assuming those bolts there, the bottom isn't, the bottom is loose, the top is loose. So it's just this. Let me squeeze in here and examine it a little bit more. Can't reach that part. Okay, well. For the most part, bro's tightening, bruh. Oh, no way.
What the fuck?
Well, like I said, expect the unexpected, dude. Oh my god, now we just fucking broke the bumper. That was unexpected. But as you guys can see, there are a 10 mil here and a 13 here. I'm assuming this bracket, once I removed it, I'm not even if I remove these two bolts would have gave me access to this. These two bolts are essentially, this just got even worse. Shit. Well, good way to start this video off with some problems. I'm telling you, it's one thing after another. So for my analysis with this car, is that they just fucking hot glued this bitch together. You guys can see up there, we have the GT350 rear diffuser that we can't throw on the car. You wanna know why? Because these models, rear diffusers and bumper are all one piece. So now I have to look for a 2018 and up bumper to throw on the diffuser, and that's about $500 to $600 for that bumper. So that's why we haven't thrown that on the car yet. So that's why, again, just been back and forth trying to look for parts, trying to look for things. Now they're looking for a new front bumper for the car, so that's gonna be a pain. I gotta do those things like the Honda dudes do and get those little cell tabs, and then that way it can hold the bumper, because as you guys can see, it looks like these, excuse my language, these fucking assholes hot glued it or something. Like, it looks like they just fucking glued it, because there's no way to get to the bolts. There's no way. There's no fucking way to get to those bolts. And then this side had that bolt that I showed you. The other side had a clip. So it's like they had one of these as one of these. And the same thing happened on this side when I just tugged it a little bit. All of it. All of it's covered in this.
the substance that they had on it, which feels like there's some hot glue or, oh no, that's Bondo, bro. That's Bondo. Yeah, I can tell it's Bondo. But they just Bondoed it up and boom, threw it on. So that's lovely. So now all that's gonna hold it up is probably, yeah, the 3 bolts up front. So that's fucking sweet, dude. Take out the front bumper and then see what else we're dealing with. This video just got more and more interesting on this beautiful Saturday. Starting the day off good, dude. I guess the only good thing is that the wires that are connected to the fogs and everything is what is still attached. But everything else literally easily unlocked. But you're gonna have obviously all your wires connected to your lights. Just disconnect those and then literally bumper is off. Other than them bondoing the plastic that goes inside, I'm still curious on how the hell. Yeah, because if I would have went the route where I would have removed this plate, that would have just kind of loosened it. But essentially, these are the 2 bolts. But I'm curious on how I would even get to those. Huh. Or I think I would be able to kind of tug it a little bit and then sneak it through to get those bolts off. But essentially, this is how it should normally come out. And then kind of go from there, but... Okay, well, then that escalated quickly. All right, so, I mean, tab there, tab there, tab there. So it's just, I think it's just press, pull it out, and I think it should come out, should. Okay, so the best solution to get this off, it's not that bad, but it is a pain in the ass. So the OEM bumper itself is gonna have the longer ones, as you see there. And then the grill itself is gonna have like the little ones up top. Essentially, it's gonna go like that, and then the smaller one up front. You're gonna wanna press this one down, and with a flathead, kind of like prop it and then pull upwards slowly to each one, and then eventually it'll start coming up. There's a couple that broke off, not from the bumper itself, but from the grill itself, as you guys can see. But honestly, I'm gonna keep this grill, just from like memories, my first Mustang. But we'll just throw that one on, literally probably take like 2 seconds, and then a 2-second installation turned into a whole nightmare with a bumper. So let's get it done, boys.
You have been promoted.
Final result, everything is pushed in. As you guys see, those are above, those are on the bottom, and it is properly fitted in. Let me take a peek at the bottom, just in case in the future, once I get the same matching honeycomb, that I don't run into an issue of strange. But I mean, for the most part, it should be pretty simple to get that installed. But there it is. Now we're gonna throw the bumper back on, situate everything else, and then go from there. It looks freaking well, dude. Honestly, for 40 bucks, you can't beat that. But we ended up going, obviously, with more damage. But it's cool. So I threw up some extra bolts, like I did mention. There's only 3, and there's supposed to be 6 in total. So I threw in a couple extra, just to keep it nice and strong from up top with the GT350 one. when the time comes, but I don't want to spend the whole money right now to get a new bumper if I can just do those clips and pretty much good to go. This is another thing we need to tackle too. Now that we have obviously our spot, now we can get that resolved. But we're gonna slowly start putting everything back together, throw up the clips, and then I might hit up AutoZone, call some places to see if they have those clips. If not, we'll figure out a way. But I mean, for the most part, I mean, dude, it looks a lot more aggressive from the front. So I'm excited about that part, but we'll get everything else plugged in and ready to go. Okay, so now that we get all the bolts and everything all put together, I mean, the front part, everything else is held up pretty tight. The little side clips themselves help it a tad. As you guys can see, I mean, it's on there. It's intact. It's good to go. It's not really going anywhere, hopefully. Same thing with this side. I mean, it's good to go. I mean, it's dangling just a tad. But again, that fastener should help. But that's pretty much gonna wrap it up for today's video, guys. So a good way to start off Saturday with a shit show. Good installation video in the new garage and running into obviously issues after issues, but that's kind of life. Glory to God that we have this spot and I have this space to now put a lot more videos out there for you guys. Nobody telling me anything. I got my tools, everything ready to go. I got my spot. Glory to God, man. Glory to God. And check out that specific upper grill for the Mustang. It's only 80 bucks. It looks freaking damn good. But again, thank you guys so much for watching today's video. And we'll see you guys on the next one.
Shit, that nigga had me scared, but I held my own. Fuck that.